Each year brings with it a fresh wave of excitement and anticipation as filmmakers, actors, and audiences alike prepare for the release of the latest cinematic creations. As we step into the cinematic world of 2024, the spotlight is firmly fixed on a diverse and thrilling array of upcoming movies that promise to redefine the way we experience storytelling on the silver screen. From captivating blockbusters to thought-provoking indie gems, the year 2024 is set to deliver a cinematic feast that caters to all tastes and preferences. It's a year where established directors and emerging talents will join forces with acclaimed actors to transport us to worlds unknown, stir our emotions, and ignite our imaginations. In this guide, we will explore the top 5 new movies coming in 2024. These films are not only highly anticipated, but also have the potential to reshape the cinematic landscape, influence popular culture, and perhaps even secure a place in the annals of cinematic history. So, without further ado, let's embark on a journey into the future of filmmaking and discover the exciting stories, visual spectacles, and profound narratives that are set to captivate our hearts and minds in 2024. From sci-fi epics to heartwarming dramas, prepare to be enthralled by the magic of the silver screen as we take a closer look at these 5 cinematic masterpieces in the making. If you're ready, let's begin. Number 5. Dune, Part 2. Dune, Part 2 is an upcoming American epic science fiction film directed by Denis Villeneuve, with a screenplay written by Villeneuve, John Spates, and Eric Roth. Serving as a direct sequel to the 2021 film, it is the second part of the 2-part adaptation of Frank Herbert's novel of the same name, originally published in 1965, and roughly covers the second half of the book. The film features an ensemble cast with Timothée Chalamet in the role of Paul Atreides. Development for the film began when Legendary Entertainment acquired the film and TV rights for Dune in 2016. Villeneuve was signed on as the director in 2017 with the goal of creating a 2-part adaptation of the novel. Production contracts were initially secured for the first film only, and the green light for the second film depended on the success of the first. After the first film was released simultaneously in theaters and on HBO Max, there were concerns about the certainty of the sequel, but Warner Bros. Assured Villeneuve that the sequel would go forward if it performed well on HBO Max. Following the critical and commercial success of the first film, Warner Bros. And Legendary Entertainment gave the green light to the sequel in October 2021. Filming began in Budapest in July 2022, with pre-production taking place in early July at the Brian Cemetery in Altievole, Italy. Dune, Part 2 is set to be released on March 15, 2024. Dune, Part 2 is the second film of the new adaptation of Frank Herbert's science fiction novel Dune, directed by David Lynch in 1984, following the unsuccessful film project by Alejandro Jodorowsky in the 1970s. In 2000, a mini-series titled Frank Herbert's Dune was released, and it continued with the sequel, Frank Herbert's Children of Dune, in 2003, covering subsequent volumes of the original work. Dune, Part 2 is based on the second half of the original book, as the first film, Dune 2021, already covered the first half. Denis Villeneuve, who announced his plans for the Dune trilogy at the 2021 Venice International Film Festival, takes the helm for this new adaptation. Rumors of a sequel quickly spread after the successful premiere of the first film, but the sequel wasn't officially confirmed until October 26, 2021. Warner Bros. And Legendary American Studios announced that Dune, Part 2 would be released in U.S. cinemas on October 20, 2023. The film is planned for a cinema release in Germany on October 19, 2023. Villeneuve intends to start filming the sequel in 2022 to ensure its timely release. The cast includes Timothée Chalamet, Zendaya, Rebecca Ferguson, Javier Bardem, Stellan Skarsgård, and Dave Bautista. Villeneuve also mentioned in August 2021 that Zendaya's role as Chani in Dune Part 2 would be more significant, and she and Chalamet's Paul Atreides would be the heroes of the film. Joel Walker is returning as the editor. Number 4. Bad Boys 4. The upcoming American buddy cop action comedy film directed by Adil and Bilal is the 4th installment in the Bad Boys franchise. It doesn't have an official title yet. It serves as a sequel to Bad Boys for Life 2020. The cast includes Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, Vanessa Hudgens, Alexander Ludwig, and Paula Nunez, reprising their roles from the previous film. Tasha Smith takes on the role of Theresa Burnett, replacing Theresa Randall, who played the character in the previous 3 films. New additions to the cast are Eric Dane, Ioan Gruffudd, and Rhea Seehorn. The film is set to be released in the United States on June 14, 2024 by Sony Pictures Releasing under the Columbia Pictures label. Number 3. Captain America: Brave New World. Captain America: Brave New World is an upcoming superhero movie about a character named Sam Wilson, also known as Captain America. It's made by Marvel Studios and will be shown by Disney. This film will be the 4th in the Captain America series, following a TV show called The Falcon and the Winter Soldier from 2021. It's also the 35th movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU. The director is Julius Onah, and he wrote the script with Malcolm Spellman and Dallin Musson. The main actor is Anthony Mackie, who plays Sam Wilson/Captain America. The movie also has Danny Ramirez, Carl Lumbly, Tim Blake Nelson, Shara Haas, Harrison Ford, and Liv Tyler in it. Before this movie, Captain America was played by Chris Evans in a trilogy that ended with Captain America: Civil War in 2016. In The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Sam Wilson becomes the new Captain America, and that's when they started working on this new movie. Julius Onah joined as the director in 2022, and they gave the movie a new name: Captain America: Brave New World. They filmed it in Atlanta, Georgia, and Washington, D.C. during 2023. You can watch Captain America: Brave New World in the United States on July 26, 2024, as part of Phase 5 in the MCU. The movie has a great cast. Anthony Mackie plays Sam Wilson/Captain America. He's like an Avenger and used to be a pararescueman. He's really good at fighting in the air with special wings. Danny Ramirez is Joaquin Torres, who becomes the new Falcon. Carl Lumbly is Isaiah Bradley, a super soldier who had a tough time. Tim Blake Nelson is Samuel Stearns, a super smart scientist. Shara Haas is Sabra, an Israeli superheroine, but her character has caused some controversy. Harrison Ford plays Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, who is now the President of the United States. And Liv Tyler is Betty Ross, a scientist and Thaddeus' daughter. There are also Saoirse Roquemore and Seth Rollins in the movie, but we don't know what roles they play yet. Number 2. Joker: Folia Dukes. Joker: Folia Dukes is a new American feature film directed by Todd Phillips, written by Todd Phillips and Scott Silver. The film is based on the Joker character from DC Comics and serves as a sequel to the 2019 film Joker. Joaquin Phoenix reprises his role as Arthur Fleck/Joker, with Lady Gaga also starring alongside him. Joker: Folia Dukes is set to be released in the United States on October 4, 2024, through Warner Bros. In August 2019, Mr. Phillips showed interest in making another movie like the one before because it did well, and Mr. Joaquin Phoenix wanted to do it. He said that the first movie was supposed to be just one movie and that's all. Then, in November 2019, The Hollywood Reporter said they were making another movie, and Deadline Hollywood talked about it too. Mr. Phillips said they were talking to Warner Bros. About it. He also said the new Batman movie by Mr. Matt Reeves was not connected to the Joker at that time. In May 2021, they said they were making a sequel to the Joker movie. In the same month, Mr. Phillips started talking about being a writer for the new movie. In January 2022, Mr. Willem Dafoe said he wanted to be in the new movie. In June 2022, they said for sure they were making a new Joker movie. Mr. Phillips will direct it and write it with Mr. Silveri. They called it Joker: Folia Dukes while they worked on it. They also said that Lady Gaga might be in the movie as Harley Quinn, and it would be a musical. Mr. Joaquin Phoenix would get $20 million for this movie because the first one made lots of money compared to $4.5 million before. On August 3, 2022, Warner Bros. Said the new movie would come out in theaters on October 4, 2024. The next day, Lady Gaga said she was going to be in the movie. Number 1. Deadpool 3. Deadpool 3 is a new superhero movie from America, and it's all about the character Deadpool from Marvel Comics. This movie is made by Marvel Studios and Maximum Effort, and it will be shown in theaters by Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures. It's going to be the 34th movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU, and is a follow-up to the earlier Deadpool movies from 2016 and 2018. The person in charge of this movie is Shawn Levy, and he's working with writers Rhett Reese, Paul Wernick, Zeb Wells, Ryan Reynolds, and Levy himself. In the film, you'll see Ryan Reynolds as Wade Wilson, also known as Deadpool, along with Hugh Jackman, Marina Baccarin, Brianna Hildebrand, and Jennifer Garner. The idea for a third Deadpool movie started at 20th Century Fox in November 2016, but it had to be put on hold because Disney bought the company in March 2019. After the purchase, Disney handed over the Deadpool character to Marvel Studios, who decided to make a new movie with Ryan Reynolds. This movie will bring Deadpool into the Marvel Cinematic Universe and will keep the same R rating as the earlier films, which makes it the first MCU movie with that rating. In November 2020, Wendy Malignix and Lizzie Malignix-Loveland joined as writers, and by March 2022, Reese and Wernick came back to work on the script. Shawn Levy was brought in as the director. In August 2022, Hugh Jackman agreed to play Wolverine from the X-Men movies once again, and more actors joined the cast in early 2023. Filming started in May in London and at Pinewood Studios in Buckinghamshire, England, with some scenes also shot in Norfolk. However, filming had to stop in July because of the 2023 SAG-AFTRA strike, and there are plans to film some parts in Vancouver, Canada. Deadpool 3 is set to come out in the United States on May 3, 2024, as part of Phase 5 of the MCU. The cast of Deadpool 3 includes Ryan Reynolds as Wade Wilson/Deadpool. He's a witty and sarcastic mercenary with super-fast healing powers, but he has severe scars on his body due to an experimental treatment for terminal cancer. Writer Rhett Reese described the movie as a story of Deadpool being like a fish out of water because he's a bit crazy and gets thrown into the very normal world of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU. Hugh Jackman as James Logan Howlett/Wolverine. Logan is a mutant with the ability to heal quickly, retractable claws, and an adamantium-infused skeleton. Jackman mentioned that Logan and Deadpool have opposing personalities, and they have a quarreling dynamic that will be entertaining. To prepare for his role, Jackman had to follow a rigorous workout routine and eat up to 8,000 calories a day. Marina Baccarin as Vanessa. Vanessa is Wilson's fiancée. Brianna Hildebrand as Negasonic Teenage Warhead. She's a teenage member of the X-Men with the power to create explosive bursts from her body. Jennifer Garner as Elektra Natchios. Elektra is an assassin of Greek descent who uses a pair of psi. Garner is reprising her role from the films Daredevil 2003 and Elektra 2005. Returning from the previous Deadpool films are Leslie Uthams as Blind Al, Wilson's blind elderly roommate. Karen Sony as Dopinder. He's a taxi driver and a big fan of Wilson, often serving as his unofficial chauffeur. Stephen Kapicic as the voice of Colossus. Colossus is a member of the X-Men with the ability to transform his body into organic steel. Shioli Kutsuna as Yukio. She's Negasonic Teenage Warhead's girlfriend and another member of the X-Men. Rob Delaney as Peter, a member of Wilson's X-Force team. New additions to the cast include Emma Corrin in a lead villain role, Matthew Macfadyen in an undisclosed role.